All right, welcome to the Jobu Houston podcast. Today, as our guest, we have a very special guest. He is a philanthropist. He is a New York Times best-selling author. He is multi-platinum recording artist, one of the founding members of Limp Bizkit. We have a man who believes all of these things and has convinced himself of many, many other things. Chris Mazzola, how you doing today?
Yeah. I'm doing all right.
So, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How long have you known me and Zach? What's your background and stuff like that?
Well, I came from North Shore from age 2 to 3 and moved to Dayton. When I was 3, I've been there for almost 32 years. I met Zach when I was 13 or 14. I met Buddha when I was 8 or 9.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, man. I'm like 40-something years old now, so, man, it's been a long time since I first touched your butthole. I mean, since I first met you. It's been a long time, man.
Yeah, Zach, I don't think you're quite 40. I think you're like 39, but yeah, it'll work. So, Chris, you're a big fan of music. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your musical background?
I emceed at Club Go in front of 5,000 people. I emceed in Greens Point?
I think you're talking about Kings Point.
Kings Point at the mullet in front of another 30,000 or 5,000 people. I covered Lakefront from Limp Bizkit with DJ Paul Oakenfold. Not DJ Paul Oakenfold, but DJ Paul Bunyan. He's the nephew of the bass player from Creedence Clearwater.
Why don't you put your shirt down a little bit so we don't have to see your happy trail there, buddy? There you go. Thank you.
Yeah, old happy trail there. Everybody, you got to pay for that show.
So, Zach, why don't you tell me your favorite memory with Chris?
Oh, my God, there's too many. So many times where I've seen him passed out somewhere and, I picked him up or something like that, or he's picked me up, one of the two. We have a lot of great memories together, but can't ever beat so many times that me and him, I don't know, we just look deep into each other's eyes a lot, and we stare, and we don't know what the fuck we're talking about most of the time, but people think we do, and it's always great.
I don't think anybody ever thinks that you know what you're talking about, Zach.
Yeah,
I don't either. I don't know what he's talking about.
Chris, why don't you tell me your favorite memory with Zach, and then you can tell me your favorite memory with me.
My favorite memory of Zach is going to the silo and him eating flyers.
What? Oh shit!
He babysitted me at the silo, and he's eating the flyers for the next party.
Like a flyer, like somebody was like handing out?
The flyers that they're handing out, he was eating them.
God, I haven't changed a bit.
Zach, why were you eating the flyers?
Man, I wish I could tell you. I made a joke last week during Christmas. I don't even remember doing it at all, but other people took it in different ways, and I'll take that.
All right, Chris. So what's your favorite memory with me?
The strip club. After emceeing in front of 5,000 people and getting paid for doing sound.
When we went to the strip club in Austin
at the Ecstasy, I had a fake mustache on and we drank vodka. Y'all almost left me there with a stripper.
I think that was after transformation, and we like I was like, let's all go to Six Flags.
Six Flags was closed.
Yeah, so we didn't even think about the fact that Six Flags isn't open in February when we tried to go. And
There's a Six Flags in Austin. Scotty said he'd take us.
There's one in Austin?
Yeah, there's a Six Flags in Austin now.
yeah, I think it's in San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio. Man, I have too many good memories with both of y'all. I can't. Oh, there's so many ones. I got a really good one with that I remember. I've been remembering a lot lately. I don't know why, because there's this guy, and we showed up to this place with our other buddy, and he was like being a real asshole, and he wouldn't leave. And you're like, I'm gonna take that phone, I'm gonna stick it up your ass, and I'm gonna call it, and you're not gonna be able to answer because I'm gonna shove it so far up your asshole. And the guy's like, all right, I'm gonna go. And then he just left after that. It's pretty good.
Yeah, you were talking about that story the other day. So, what phone? Like, did he have a phone?
We were at a
Like,
motel, and I was meeting up with an ex-girlfriend of mine and another friend, and he just happened to be there, like, being a weird douche. And it was the phone in the motel. So one of those old school, like, ring ones, kind of.
it was like a rotary
Yeah,
phone.
like one of the ones, I think it's one of the ones you push the numbers in, kind of. Yeah, so it would have been pretty funny to see you shove that phone up this dude's ass.
And why was I like telling him to leave?
Because he wouldn't leave, and he was being weird. Yeah, he was being weird. So he totally deserved it,
Was he like cock blocking or something?
No, my lady. He was there with my lady, so it was weird already. I mean, it wasn't her fault.
He came there with your girlfriend?
No. Well, with her other friend, but he was, he just wouldn't. So I mean, the guy was being an ass. Though he kept talking shit. I mean, it's well deserved.
I think my favorite memory with Chris would probably be when we went to the hotel room after New Year's Eve. You remember any of that, Chris?
I went bald and hallucinated for a year.
So he's not kidding. So after that night, Chris somehow mysteriously developed alopecia and lost all of his hair
Yeah, that was right.
for a year. And I think that might have been around the time that you started showing signs of schizophrenia as well.
Yeah.
What do you think, Chris?
That's a year later. I was sober for a year, and I started hearing voices up the neighborhood, and so I installed the doorknob off my grandpa's door.
So this sounds like a pretty good time to talk about maybe the mental illness that you suffer from, just so that the people watching this know that we're not just like joking around or messing with you or trying to tease you or anything. Can you tell us a little bit about the schizophrenia that you deal with?
I think schizophrenia is where other people can hear what you're thinking, and bipolar is where you can hear other people. And they don't talk about it, and they're hush-hush about it. But it's like telepathy.
So what's your official diagnosis?
Bipolar, schizoaffective, OCD, ADHD, epilepsy.
God. Is that just one, that's all together? Like, I mean, no slashes in there or anything? That's how they say it, or? Yeah.
Chris?
There's no slashes.
Oh, okay.
So it's all one word?
Yeah.
Put the mic in front of your mouth a little bit more, Chris. You don't have to move. You can move the mic. The mic moves. There you go. You can move the mic.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about that then.
Well, I noticed the doorknob was... Someone unscrewed the doorknob and tried to break in. And I noticed my clothes smell like salt and vomit. And I think Eminem and Fred Durst and Rob Zombie and Wes Borland are breaking into my house.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that happens. I mean, not really, but I mean...
I don't know how they're getting in unless they have a key or unless they're breaking the back door.
It could be, man.
I've been hearing Rob Zombie and Sherman Zombie for 10 years.
Yeah. That's got to be pretty horrible. If I hear him once during the week, I'm having a fucking bad week usually. I mean, oh, yeah. 10 years.
So, what are these episodes called? Are these hallucinations? Or what is the official terminology for these?
Auditory hallucinations.
So there's no like visual hallucinations. It's all just you just hear things.
I had visual hallucinations until I got into a drug called in Vegas Sustana, but I think it's making me more schizophrenic.
So what kind of medications are you on for this?
I'm on clonazepam, Vegas Sustana shot and pill, Moncalos for pain, Tylenol and Benadryl and clonazepam.
Tylenol.
Now, what was the name of the shot?
In Vegas Sustana MSG
And what's the purpose of that?
for schizophrenia, schizoaffective,
So it's like a monthly shot, weekly shot.
monthly shot.
That sucks, man. So you got to do it every month, take a shot like that?
Yeah, I do, and it makes me gain weight and gives me mogonoclaspia.
Yeah.
So I have to take a drug called cabergoline to keep me from growing male breast.
What?
I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like you just made all of that last part up.
No,
Can you repeat that?
Cabergoline is a drug for mogonoclaspia, and Vega causes mogonoclaspia. It's where you grow male breasts. I first started off taking Risperidone,
Is that a shot at me because I got male breasts?
and I started hearing voices like Bun B and Mark Wahlberg and Lil Wayne. And
So what is when you hear like a voice like Mark Wahlberg? What kind of stuff does he say to you?
There's more than one Mark Wahlberg.
How many Mark Wahlbergs are there?
Well, Mark Wahlberg, the MC, isn't in any movies. There's more than one Mark Wahlberg. There's the actor
Or he played,
So there's the actor,
and the MC.
and then there's the rapper.
he played Vince Papaldi, if anybody knows that. Yeah, the rapper. Wahlburgers, yeah.
So, other than there being multiple Mark Wahlbergs, are there any other celebrities that have multiple? Like, are they clones or
There's more than one Kurt Cobain. There's more than one Sherman Zombie. There's more than one Rob Zombie. There's more than one Spider from Power Man 5000. There's more than one Jay Gordon from Orgy. There's more than one Fred Durst. There's more than one Eminem.
And Fred Durst is somebody that I've heard you talk about extensively over the years. So why don't you tell us about some of your beliefs about Fred Durst?
Well, there is more than one Fred Durst. One of the Fred Durst died in 97 or 98. When I play the Driven Limp Bizkit, I can hear his mom and his brother Corey. I hear voices of people talking about eating human torsos and corn dogs that are a foot long. I called Corey Taylor a cannibal, and he emceed about it for 3 years.
What about, you ever hear any like animal voices or anything? Like any of those like Lassie or anything like that? Or
I used to hear monkey noises, but I think it's just
was it the band The Monkees?
no, I think it's the lead singer from Fall Out Boy, Patrick Stump, making monkey noises.
Who's that?
Did you say the lead singer from Fall Out Boy?
Yeah, I went to Angie Emerson's house, and her brother's a guitar player for My Chemical Romance, and I laid down some drum tracks, and they rewrote them and put them on the new album. I didn't get paid for it, but I should.
Yeah. What year was that? I mean,
I was 16 years old.
really?
So you recorded drums for My Chemical Romance?
My Chemical Romance recorded it and they put it on Fall Out Boy.
Those dirty bastards. I swear.
So, I mean, technically, in the intro, when we talked about the fact that you are a multi-platinum recording artist, then that's what you're referring to?
I suppose so.
Hell yeah, brother. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. And you've been hiding it from us all these fucking years. Dude. Yeah.
So, the first night that I ever met Chris, I was in the 6th grade. I stayed the night, went to school with his older brother, Joe. Went and stayed the night at their house, and they had this dog named Mikey at the time. And I was sleeping on like the pull-out couch. And in the middle of the night, Chris got on the pull-out couch. And I thought that it was the dog. So I like grabbed him and was like, oh, Mikey. And Chris was like, let me the fuck go, you fucking weirdo. Like, what are you doing? And that was how I met Chris.
Yeah, I've had some moments like that. I'm sure. I can't remember, man, but definitely have.
Zach, what do you think the most beers you ever drank in one day was?
I can't match Wade Boggs on that trip that he took, but I think I'm pretty close. I think if Wade Boggs wants to come out of retirement, I'll take him on anytime, any place. You hear me, Wade Boggs? Let's go. Yeah.
And Chris, how many beers would you say is the most you ever had in one day?
Maybe a 20-pack of Dos Equis.
Pull the mic in front of your face. Don't move. Move the mic.
Maybe a 20-pack of Dos Equis.
You drank 20 Dos Equis in one day?
Yeah.
They dressed. Did you butt chug them?
No, I drink it warm.
Drink them warm?
You drank 20 warm Dos
Okay,
Equis.
dude, I'm done. You just beat me. I give up, man. I've never drank him. Okay, I have. I can't lie. I mean, wait a minute. I have drank a lot of warm beer in my life. Yeah. Have to say, you really can't beat me.
So what do you have planned for our camping trip?
All right, so just a little backstory. Because of Chris's severe schizophrenia, he doesn't get to do much. He doesn't get to go out. Doesn't get to go, in public very often because. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of times when you go around like a major city, you'll hear voices coming from the windows of the buildings.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard for him to go out places. So we started this thing last year, once a year. We are going to take him camping. Last year we went to Lake Travis. So we haven't quite decided what we're going to do this year, but it'll be around April. We like to have a good time. And, I think that it's good for Chris to get out. Wouldn't you say so, Chris?
Yeah. Zach told me there was this guy killing people like Travis.
Yeah, it's very true. He killed him. I don't know if it was a guy. I don't know if they ever found him.
Oh, there's like some kind of serial killer in the Austin area.
Don't worry, he's just killing
I think I
dudes.
heard something. I thought he was he killing dudes or
I
was he
think
killing,
so.
I thought he was killing chicks.
I'm not sure. Yeah. Hey, man, we should go looking for him. That's what our next trip should be.
I think that we should go on like some kind of like ghost hunting thing.
Yeah.
Like, or maybe go out to Marfa, check out the Marfa lights,
When I lived in my grandparents' house, I used to see people all dressed in white and they looked like ghosts. And I don't know what that was because there was only one woman that lived there before us. And
Is it possible that they were KKK members?
Did they have a big bonfire or anything going?
Were they burning a cross?
No.
Oh, okay. So, ghost.
What was, would you say, the most intense hallucination that you ever dealt with?
I'm not, no contest.
No contest.
No contest.
No contest.
And what do you mean by no contest?
Because I don't want to talk about hallucinations.
Ooh. Hey, it's the Wishmaster, Chris.
It's me, the Wishmaster.
Hey, dude, what kind of wish would you like to take, Chris?
I have no clue what the Wishmaster even is. I know it's like some kind of like, is it 80s movie or something?
It's like there's a whole series of them. There's like horrible like 80s through 90s, like mid 90s horror movie. And he's just this monster. It's like unleashed on Earth, and he's like, "Tell everybody, I'm here. I'm the Wishmaster." And like,
Just 2 nights
How would you
ago,
like
I
that
could hear
card?
Demi Borgir coming from the neighbor's yard, and they're acting like a goat and giving me nightmares. I've been there that everyone has a doppelganger, and that my brother has like 100 clones. Because every time I call someone or talk to someone, I hear a doppelganger to the other person. I went to the mental ward and they said I had Gemini syndrome. And that's where you hear other people that are doppelgangers of you.
is that where you think you're stuck on the Gemini rocket or whatever?
I'm your family.
Yeah.
Is it possible that there's just an echo in your phone?
No. Everyone has the evil Gwen.
Doppelgangbanger, yeah. Yeah.
Did you say an evil Gwen?
Evil Gwen. That means twin.
Are you just making that up?
No.
Evil Gwen. Yeah. It was Evil Gwen, Chris.
I'm the Wishmaster.
The Wishmaster. Who would you put a wish for the soul? Yeah, I could.
All right. I think that we have some questions
We have
on
some questions.
Facebook. All right. Let's see. All right. So we'll ask the questions, and then some of them are for everyone. Some of them are directed towards me, so we'll go from there. So, Zach, who would win, Popeye or the Hulk?
I think the Hulk would probably win. The Wishmaster thinks that the Hulk would. Popeye, he's just a pussy that eats spinach, and spinach is a bullshit. It's they say it makes you strong, but it's bullshit. So people eat spinach. Yeah. Hulk.
All right, Chris, who would win in a fight, Popeye or the Hulk?
The Hulk.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Hulk. It wouldn't even be close. It's like you can just like destroy him.
Hey, wait a minute. Who asked this question? I'm gonna take their soul.
This question was asked by Ashlyn Cole. Shout out to Ashlyn. All right, next question. What advice would you give to your 20-year-old self, Zach?
Whatever you do, don't marry that lady and don't get drunk. Stop drinking. Don't even touch beer. Don't do it. Yeah, just do what you're doing, man. You're doing great. You're doing great.
All right, Chris, what advice would you give to your 20-year-old self?
To stay sober.
All right, so my advice to my 20-year-old self would be buy Bitcoin. Buy as much Bitcoin as possible. All right, next question. This comes from Morgan, a.k.a. my baby mama. Why is Mila way cooler than us? Zach, why is Mila way cooler than us?
I don't know, man. It's the genes, I guess. Runs in the genes. I don't know. I don't feel cool. The kid is cool though. She did an awesome ASMR video. How old is she?
She is 10.
Yeah, that's my kids. They're awesome. They're awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I can't answer.
All right, Chris, why is Milo way cooler than us?
Because she's got it going on.
Put the mic in your face.
She's got it going on.
That's a good answer. Yeah.
And I think that Mila is way cooler than us because her dad is like, the coolest guy on the planet. And her mom used to be pretty cool back in the day. Not so much anymore, but used to be cool. All right. Amy Lynn asks, what got you into comedy? So I guess this one will be directed towards me and Zach. Zach, what got you into comedy?
I used to get my ass kicked a lot when I was a kid, and it wasn't that funny. So, I got myself out to get my ass kicked a lot most of the time. But I loved comedy always growing up, and yeah. It's a
And
really
the duty.
boring answer. Yeah, and duty.
And the duty.
Eating butt, right, Chris?
Diphtheria.
Yeah. So, I mean, everything that sucked got me into comedy. There you go.
So I think what got me into comedy, I always loved it. And my dad, we would always watch stand-up together. And then when he passed, watching stand-up specials was kind of one of the things that really helped me go through it. And then when my wife moved out, I was like, well, I think enough traumatic stuff has happened that I'm going to give stand-up comedy a try. So, because I think that pretty much every comic we've met has had some kind of, traumatic experiences.
Yeah, it's very true. Very true, man.
All right. Next question from Justin Abels.
Oh, God.
Zach, will Zach disperse from his American heroic vocation of being a postman?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
I think what he means is, will you ever quit your job of being a postman?
Hey, only the Wishmaster can answer that. No, never. Please don't. I'll take your soul before I have to quit being a postman. Justin Abels, I'm coming for you. Hope you got your truck door locked tight tonight.
All right. And he says, Buddha, what is the funniest moment in your life that you can remember? Funniest moment in my life that I can remember. I used to watch this show with my dad. I think it was an HBO show. It was called The Larry Sanders Show. And the producer of the show was played by an actor named Rip Torn. And so Rip Torn gets really drunk one night and kind of goes off on a tangent, like talking shit to Larry Sanders. And so it's the next day. And he is like sobering up, he's hungover and all this stuff. And Larry Sanders, he's like kind of apologizing to Larry Sanders. And he's like, don't worry about it. It wasn't that big of a deal. I don't think that you meant to be mean. And then he shuts the door and there's just a giant middle finger drawn on his door with a Sharpie. And I laughed so hard at that my dad sent me to bed. Like I laughed so hard. I could not stop laughing. I was in my room like for 30 more minutes, like laughing at that. That was the funniest thing I remember.
Good show.
Renea Martinez. Oh, hey, Renea. How was Hawaii? Renea Martinez says, favorite place that you've traveled to? Zach, where's your favorite place you've traveled to?
Oh, man. That's, yeah, I went to Italy. That was cool. It was amazing. Those Italians, they're pretty good. I mean, pretty cool people, Yeah, it was a great time. Besides that,
Chris, put your headphones
I
back.
haven't
I want to show off my ear gauge.
been to Washington, other places. Pretty nice. Always really nice. Yeah, that's about it. I guess you go.
All right, Chris, what is your favorite place you've ever traveled to?
I've only been to Oklahoma and Louisiana, so I haven't gone anywhere, so I'm guessing Austin.
Austin's favorite? All right, my favorite place I've ever traveled to would probably be when me and my dad went to Ann Arbor, Michigan to watch the Michigan Wolverines beat the shit out of the of Maryland Turpentines or whatever the fuck they're called. And yeah, that was the best place ever.
Good time.
Edwin Sechrist Says, if when you die, there are career options that you have to pick from, what would your job of choice be? Guide to the afterlife, death bringer, haunter for fun, or to get back at people? Zach?
I'll tell you what I'd be. I'd be the wish best. I tell you, you set me up good for that one. I would fucking take people's souls and make wishes that sucked ass.
Chris?
The haunter.
I love how Chris just said that, like, didn't even have to think about it. He's like, the haunter. Haunter, 100%. He's like dragging his chains like fucking, was it Christmas Carol or
Charles Dickens.
Yeah, Charles Dickens.
It's Barley and Marley. Hoo.
But of course, the Muppet version. Turtle says, can you tell us the story about the crackhead who offered to dance for $2 at Live Oak Street? Turtle, I would love to tell that story, but I do not remember this at all. I'm sure that it happened, but I don't remember this memory vividly enough to recollect it. All right. Liz Ward says, what advice would you give to someone grieving the loss of a family member? Zach?
Oh, man. I'm definitely the wishmaster on this. But yeah, it's rough. Been through that a whole lot in my life. Man, you just got to remember that they'd want you to keep living your life and, be happy. And that's why another reason why I love comedy, because it picks you up, makes you happy, You joke around. They wouldn't want you to sit around and be sad and be thinking about them all the time. They'd probably, most of them would yell at you, be like, get up, go do something. So, yeah, that's what I think about.
All right, Chris, what advice would you give to someone grieving the loss of a family member?
To keep going and not forget the good memories you had with your family, and to give your family a good name even though they passed away, not to talk down about your family or to bring anyone down or to let your losses affect anyone else, not to weigh those burdens of your losses on other people.
My advice would probably be that the best way that you could honor their memory is to live your life in a way that would make them proud. So just be the person that that they would have wanted you to be. Let's see if we got any other ones. Chino says, when are we getting kryptonite back? We are never getting kryptonite back, ever, ever, ever. It is gone forever. And
Sucks.
Even if it came back, I don't think I would be a part of it. I've moved past that part of my life. I'm focusing on my career and my family. And that's what I want to do is just be successful in other ways that don't involve that.
Yeah. True that.
All right. So we've got about 34 minutes in, so I think we'll wrap it at that. Zach, any final words?
Just take care of them sweet asses out there for us. That's all I got to say. And if they're not sweet, still take care of them. Be good to people. Don't be assholes.
All right, Chris, any final words for the audience?
I bid you adieu, my young kind sir.
Wow, that was really fucking stupid.
Look, he's talking.
Hey, there he is. That's my guy. All right. Thanks, everybody. That's the Jobu Houston podcast, and I am Buddha. This is Zach. And this is a very good friend of ours, Chris Mazzola. I've known him since he was a kid. Love him to death. I know that we give him a hard time, but this kid's the closest thing I've ever had to a little brother.
Yeah.
So good night, everybody.
We love you, Houston.
We hope that you enjoyed your time with us. And we will see you next time.